Hey Sticks and Wires, how's it going? Today we're going to go over something that's a little different, and this is me recording some movie cues for a composer. This one's probably a bit out of the ordinary for a couple reasons. Well, first of all, I've worked with this composer before. I worked with him on this show called Wayne, which is on YouTube, which is kind of a cool show, but it's all like kind of heavy metal cues, and I'm actually playing like double kick, and it's pretty crazy. This particular thing that I'm going to showcase here is more like this kind of demented Disneyland Main Street meets, haunted mansion kind of thing. And, typically on a film session where you'd show up to a studio, there would be charts, and you'd be reading everything down, and it'd be very structured like that. In this case, probably because I have a rapport with the composer, we've worked together, he trusts me. He's actually showing up here with just audio. There's no charts, and I'm basically improvising. He's kind of telling me, here's the vibe of this particular one. I kind of want it to sound, marchy or brushes, or, it's just very open. And then what I do is I listen to it. These are about 30-second to 1 minute and a half cues. I listen to it. We discuss it. I make a quick chart, which I'll show you these charts, which are basically phrase lengths. 8 bars, 4 bars, 3 bars. Here's a 2 4-bar, things like that. And I'm just kind of improvising. And we do usually 2 or 3 takes. First take he goes, okay, that was cool. Try this, maybe hit this thing, and I mark it in the chart. And then we do another one, and then often by the second or third one, it's where he feels it's correct. So, and I'm changing instruments a bit on this. I'll change snares. This is a very fast process with him. Okay, so here's the first cue. I'll give it to you with the click. And check this out. Okay, pretty cool, pretty fun. So he wanted kind of a marching, kind of demented marching band going down Main Street in Disney. If you've ever been to Disneyland or Disney World, maybe you can think of walking down that main street, but then there's like kind of weird stuff happening on the side instead of all happy stuff. So here's what I played. It's basically, I kind of had a jazzy kit set up, and I grabbed a Ludwig snare that was pretty open, and this is what I gave him. Here's the drums soloed. Okay, and then here it is with the music kind of blended in. Okay, so you can hear the kind of oompa oompa snare thing, couple rolls, couple rim shots in there, and the splash cymbal. I have a kind of, very old splash cymbal. I'm going to guess maybe 1930s or 40s Zildjian splash cymbal. It's very thin, hit it lightly, but it's punctuating those things. Of course, it makes a much different sound than kind of a 20-inch or 18-inch crash that I would normally use for rock or pop tracks. Gets out of the way quick. So there's that one. All right, here's the second cue. I believe this one has brushes. Let's check it out. Here's what I'm originally listening to. All right, cool, pretty cool, right? Kind of this, if you can imagine the haunted mansion, and I think I believe that's a saw. You ever seen somebody play a saw with a bow and they bend it? So that's what we're going for. Okay, so I suggested brushes on this. He thought that was a good idea. So here's the brush take. I also added a little bit of percussion on this. Let's check that out. I believe this is the only one that, yes, we added some tambourine. And because it was brushes, we added a little snare fill. Let me give that to you real quick. That's it. But that helped. Accentuate. He's going to edit these in, however he feels fit. But he wanted to have some help with that. Okay, you get the idea. That splash cymbal worked out again. That was up. The snare stayed the same, I believe. Okay, so Q3. This one is brushes again. Here's something funny that happened on this. This particular cue is in 3, but the count off was in 4. So check this out. So it counts. Oh, okay. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Ha! Hey, right. I'll count you in 4. It's all good. I get it. So we kind of had a little laugh about that, but obviously not a huge deal. Just took it a second to figure out. And just roll with it. Okay, brushes. Q3 in 3, 4. Q4. All right. So what I was doing as I went along with this was playlisting each take and marking it down on a piece of paper that he took with him, saying like, okay, this is because he took the whole Pro Tools session with him. So I was marking down like, okay, so for this one, it's take .03, and it's also cue number 4. So cue number 4, take .03. And then he had that master list as it was going. Okay, let's check this out. What is this here? Cue 4. Okay, so kind of like demented circus music, like a carousel type thing. And for this, I grabbed a bunch of percussion and just improvised from that. I believe this took a take or two. I think I played rims, some other kind of metallic things. I'll give you that soloed. How about that? So we hear that. Okay, so sounds pretty random. I'm improvising, along to the context of the form of what's happening in the phrases of the music, and for this particular type of tracking, I'm not responsible for the mixing, so I'm just making sure that I'm capturing the sounds in a good way. I'm not doing any processing, no compression, not really EQing anything in particular. Just making sure everything is recorded well for whoever it goes to for mixing. All right, so let's check this out with the track. Q5. Let's see what's happening here. All right, sounds like some Briar Patch rabbits sitting around having cigars or something, right? I got 2 kids. I've been to Disneyland plenty. Q6. What is this? Okay, more Haunted Mansion stuff. This was supposed to be non-rhythmic, so kind of swells, cymbal swells, random hits of things. Let me give you that soloed. Okay, so totally random, pretty sparse. Here it is with the music. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just using listening because this is so, you know, improvised. I'm really trying to play in the spaces, play on the back halves of phrases, usually kind of transitioning from one section to another. Just try to be supportive and not try to be, you know, the foundation is there with what's happening, and it doesn't need a beat. It doesn't need downbeats. It's all texture. So just trying to put the texture in and be sparse, but be helpful. Okay, here's cue number 7. Okay, more demented kind of Main Street type stuff. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is similar to the last cue of how I played, but kind of morphing it with this demented Main Street thing. Let's check this out. Okay, so again, as you can see, I grabbed some different things. I grabbed some castanets, some sleigh bells, shook them in there, cowbell, just kind of real janky, you know, almost silly sounding stuff. Tried to play it in the cracks. Grabbed that cymbal swell where the track was kind of expanding, tension wise. And just trying to improvise around. So yeah, just, you know, questions on this, anybody? This, you know, this one was different. I do this, seems to be doing this kind of more. I would say it's usually a little more structured than this, where I'm not literally improvising, but it's pretty fun to be trusted, to be able to do this on someone's cues. I have no idea what this is for. I'll let you know it sometime in the future when it becomes public, but I don't even know. All right, that's it. Hope this is interesting. Hit me with any questions. Take care.